You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Mighty Plantain, and we're looking at a beer from Dogfish Head this time around. This is Liquid Truth Serum IPA. Not a whole lot of info on the label on this one, just says it's part of the Off-Centered Art series featuring Maro and Spusta. I believe those are hop varieties. I'd have to do the research on that. It just says, truthfully hoppy without being deceptively bitter. So, like I said, not a whole lot of info on it. I could probably look it up on the website, do a little bit of research. My buddy Boosh, who joins me for some of these reviews, does do a lot of research. He looks into the beers and all that stuff ahead of time and after the fact. But honestly, I like to keep things simple on the channel. I like to just drink the beer, tell you what I think of it, and, leave the research up to others. If I'm curious enough, I'll look it up after the fact, but, like I said, I like to keep things, I can smell that from here. That's an interesting aroma. Like I said, I like to keep things nice and simple. That's why I stick with the 1 to 5 rating, and I only do the half ratings. I don't go to down to the quarter. That's interesting. That's like a fruity, citrusy aroma. There's a slight mustiness underlying it too. Not a bad mustiness, but just that like a comfortable mustiness. Like a freshly peeled orange, I guess. It's slightly cloudy, not very effervescent, and an interesting color as well. There's almost a tint of orange to the color. It's mostly a pale yellow, a very pale yellow, but there is a hint of orange in there as well. That combined with that, like I said, that slightly musty, citrusy, and fruity aroma of a freshly peeled orange makes me wonder if there isn't some citrus in here as well, but they don't mention any fruit in the description on the label. Just the hops, so I'm assuming it's just a citrusy hop blend. Very cool and crisp up front. And then it hits you with this mouthful of hoppiness. It's very smooth. It's got a medium light mouthfeel, so it's not completely light, but just a little bit of body to it. I'm trying to sort the hops because I'm getting a lot of citrus, but again, I seem to be mostly keyed toward citrus and pine because I pick up on those more than anything else. Mostly citrus, some floral and earthy in there as well. Maybe a hint of pine in the finish. Not really getting any character from the malt except just a nice solid beeriness to it. A nice solid backbone because it's got some body. It's got that medium light mouthfeel. It's not watery or anything like that. Oh, pardon, but I'm not getting any roasted notes or anything like that from the malt that's coming forward in with the hop blend there. Yeah, so mostly citrus up front, getting some earthy and floral tones in the middle, and then a little bit of pine in the finish. Obviously easy to drink because it's going down pretty fast. I'm a little on the fence on this one. It's complex. It's got, and well, just like it says, it's hoppy without being deceptively bitter. So in other words, it's not overly bitter. It's got a lot of hoppy bitterness to it, but it's got that complexity where I'm picking up on the 4 major hop notes, citrus, earthy, and floral, and then the pine in the finish. I've had some beers like this before, which is why it's not really impressing or blowing me away. Don't get me wrong, it's very well put together. It's smooth, crisp, and easy to drink. It's a great beer, but in terms of being unique or different, is it a wow beer? Is it an incredible beer? I don't think it's quite there. Like I said, only because I've had beers like this before. On the other hand, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. I'm thinking a 3.5 because it's definitely above average, but I think I'm going to bump this one up to either a 4 or 4.5. That's just the complexity of the beer and how well put together it is, and how easily enjoyable it is. That's really bringing it up. I just don't know if it's a 4 or 4.5. What the hell? It's a Dogfish Head beer. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm going to give it the extra points, the benefit of the doubt, that everybody else is going to think that it's a really great beer too. Yes, maybe the brand and the label are giving it some extra points with me, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our favorites. I really like a lot of beers from Dogfish Head. They very rarely give me a loser or something that just doesn't appeal to me. Because honestly, I'm sure that the ones that I didn't like really appeal to other people because they put a lot of effort into their beers. So anyway, 4.5 for me for this one. Hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. If you've had the beer, I'd like to know what you think of it. If you agree or disagree, and just kind of see if I'm keyed into what everybody else is thinking or if I'm way off. While you're down there, make sure to click on the like and share buttons. Love to get the likes and the shares. Gives me that attention that I crave so dearly, and also brings more viewers in, which means someday I might get an ad payout from YouTube. While you're down there, also make sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you get a notification every time I post a new video. Until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.